Happy Friday. Welcome to the Lazy Redhead, and if you don't know, I am the Lazy Redhead. Now we've got the introductions out of the way, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. Oh, delish! I love a cup of tea, I love a cuppa. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've got so much to tell you. I am a few days off from launch as I speak. And so I'm gonna segment this video into days. So we are, what am I? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're about 3 days off launch. So I spent the last few weeks just concentrating on the website. It wasn't how I envisaged it being, but I do think sometimes my ideas way exceed my technical capability. So they kind of have to compromise and meet in the middle. You know, when my capability department goes, yeah, we can't do that, we'd have the budget for it or even the know-how. And my ideas are like, you know, I can't work in these conditions, and then has a proper meltdown. You know, we got there. I am happy with the website. I feel like I'm in a state of delirium, like sleep deprived delirium. I'm gonna go with it. It might make great content. She's gonna go mental. Oh my God, why get out the squeaky toy? Can you hear that? Can you hear the carnage that is about to befall us? We're so close together. Obviously, if you're in the US, you have like 8 fields between each house, and that's considered, you know, claustrophobia to you. But in the UK, we live like sardines, unless you've got money, and then you can live where you want. See, delirium. I have no idea what this is going to be. This is probably going to be one of the worst videos, but this is what I want to talk about. Right. It was Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth took a break from the world that is social media. And do you know what? Sometimes we need to. So good for you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth did say something interesting. It was basically about having a long stint away and being intimidated by the idea of creating again. I get it. I completely get it. It feels like forever since I created anything. I mean, the last canvas I did was this. That thing. Right, that my mother loves. Mother, it's going, so forget about it, all right? Forget it. Might have to rethink that because my mum has literally just brought me a chicken tikka and mayonnaise Subway. Thanks, Mum. So, that was the last thing I created. And I think to myself, where do I start? Because I've been uploading all of my work, which has been a mammoth task, and I think what that's done is made me reflect on every single nuance of my practice since I started it, which has been an interesting exercise. I get that there are different reasons to why you will have had that long stint away, but ultimately it still doesn't negate the fact that I found it really difficult. And it wasn't until Elizabeth said on her comment, I feel intimidated getting back into it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Join the club, sister. Elizabeth, you know I'm so happy to have you back. I'm happy to have you back. Oh, I think that's delivery. We got mail. So then I was thinking about how to get back into it. Right now, 2 things. I did advise Elizabeth to go and do workshop number 1. And the reason is because I think that's probably my best. It's easy, really simple, how to get abstract. Little exercises that you can do any time of day for as long as you want. Leave it, come back to it. You're not committed to it. You just like, it's just like picking at it, isn't it? I don't find it intimidating at all. I did look at other artists now. I looked at Louis Noble, who I found very inspiring. So I've watched some of his videos, and in actual fact, I might ask if I can do a reaction video on one of his videos because he was really, really interesting. And I thought I could really create something fabulous whilst reacting to one of his videos. I was gonna start workshop number thrice workshop, but I am actually going to leave it towards the end of the year, and the reason is because I'm not really in the right place right now. Considering I've had a few weeks off from creating anything, I don't think I'm in a qualifying headspace right now. I wouldn't be confident. I'd be like, shall we do this? this? I don't know. What if he mess it up? It will just be 40 minutes of chuffing the hell out of my practice. I don't really want to do that. Can't even. But I did start something and I'm very excited about it. Laurie, hi Laurie. Laurie knows some of it because it was Laurie who said, after I had ordered said purchase, why don't you get glitter in other colours? I'm so excited about my delivery. So I've ordered 2 deliveries of something interesting, which we're going to do today. You know how you get a big bit of paper, A2, taped it up into quadrants. I saw someone doing it as a video on Instagram, but they were doing it like dead sexy, you know, like nice music, and it was all sort of beautiful shots and everything. You know how it is on Instagram. I know, wish to be that fabulous. Doing a full spread and then chopping it up. Well, I tried that, and obviously in true fashion, a pile I don't like and a pile I like. Which do you want first? Okay, I'm just going to go with the pile I like and forget the pile I don't like. Right, the pile I like. Right, so this is one. Nice. This is another. Nice. And this is another. Nice. One bit that I really liked was actually this one, where you got this loop here, but the colours, these 2 colours together, this kind of blue and this salmon, that is really interesting. And that was inspired by a happy accident. When I was editing my photos, like my work, to create into prints, I clicked on HSL, which is a type of filter that introverts your work essentially. Took the prints from workshop number 1 and I introverted them into this HSL filter thingamabob. Before I show you this, I need to I've got this stuff. This is postcard paper. It's not good enough for printing for me because it does leave things quite hazy. It's not as luscious as I would like it to be. It's not got inkjet film on it at all, so it's not going to process prints very well. I didn't know this when I ordered it because I'm an idiot and I'm bloody useless. So I'm just kind of using it as like, it's there, I'm going to use it. Right, so this is what this is. I printed the prints on the wrong side, so you can see like the lines. I figured that I'm not sending them off anywhere. You know, I've got 2 right in the middle of there. Quite like that. Either way, right, I quite liked the colour, loved the texture. So I think, unbeknownst to me, quite a very happenstance way, I've emulated that. So I did this before I printed these off, and I think I've just thought about that. I did create a colour palette, so I did mix a lot of stuff up, thinking, oh, well, that's a really good exercise. So I started to film it and then I just got sidetracked. Things got out of control. Like I said, I was feeling overwhelmed with the prospect of creating again. I did the usual, the oldie but goodies. I sat down and did some swatcheroonies. And because of those swatcheroonies, I then created some great work. Then I reminded myself of I Chuffed Up and how I find the unintentional work using the swatching process as the process. And one thing led to another. Not having you naughtiness. Oh, now you've got a toy. Now you've got a toy. Look, Mummy's trying to film. I know. Say hi to everyone. Honestly, is it your face on the logo? No, it's my hair. It's Mummy. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I love a tree. So I did this, which I'm really happy with. I love the colours. I bloody love that art graft. Honestly, it makes me so happy. If they don't contact me and want to do a sponsorship, I might just have a meltdown. Really like it. Love it. And you can see that palette coming through again. See what I mean about that? That sort of bluey, purpley palette coming through with a bit of that natural kind of hidden. Love that. Really loving that palette at the moment. I also did a palette of greens. Now, I had intention of working on top of this, but do you know what? I'm going to leave it because I want to be more abstract. This is my ongoing beef with me being more abstract. I know. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I just know when I see it. What else did I do? Oh, now I did something that I love. You might not see it, might not see the method in my madness, and a part of me doesn't blame you, but this side. So I did both sides, but this side. I'm thinking about having that on that. If you don't know what that is a canvas behind me, but it's painted black, so you can't bloody see it. Nightmare. I want to scale this up. So my whole efforts at the moment are going to be to scale that one up. That one has changed my life slightly. I'm not gonna lie. I did this one. I like this tree. I like the sky. Again, bits about it I like. This was actually one of the first. I haven't shown you them in order because I'm an idiot, right? But this was the first one I did, and I always find my first one is kind of like, it can go either way. It can be like an absolute disaster, or I could just love it forever and ever and want to create clothing out of it. This was the other one I did, which I'm in love with. And I'll be honest, this bad boy has changed my life, and the reason I've ordered a shit ton of glitter and other things. Okay, what am I doing? I have no idea anymore. I just don't. Okay, what day is it? What day is it? Okay. It's Wednesday, so we are 2 days. Yesterday was 3 days. Today we're 2 days off launch, and I had the delivery of glitter. Now, I just got these little glittery things. They're like these eco thingies, but they come in 2 different thicknesses, and I really wasn't bothered. I thought I wasn't bothered about the colour. I just wanted to have an array of different ones. I just laid them up. These are boards, and I think they're really great, like board canvases, and they're fantastic. I never thought about working on them, but they are really satisfying to work on. I'm just mark making at the moment. That's all I'm doing, putting some colours together. Then I got to thinking about combining my sand paste and the glitter together. So then I made loads of sand paste, but these colours are based on this piece. So I'm just gonna put a podcast on probably, and I'm just gonna do it on another bit of board. I got a bit of paint on it. This is just like cartridge paper. I want to prep it. I'm going to create surface, some interest. So in this here bowl, I have got some corn flour. I'm going to increase the intensity of the gesso, but without the grittiness of the sands. I've never done this before, so just put a bloop. That'll do. That should. I don't want any around that rim because I'll know what will happen. I'll never be able to get in again. But I know this is going to sound really weird and you're probably going to think I'm creepy, but let's be honest, we're looking at creepy in the rearview mirror, aren't we really? Some people hate the idea of white food. I think there was an artist actually that created a whole art installation. If I find it, I'll put it here with the artist's name. And it was something about like white food. Oh, I've got to Google it, haven't I? Phone. Where's my phone? Some people have a serious fear of white food. I love white food, and I'm not being funny, right? This is just like, delicious. It's like meringue. I'm gonna try and see if I can brush it. Definitely need to get myself some more corn flour. That is delish. Oh, it's like cake. Favourite bit, the frosting on top of the cake. Oh my God. You know those moments, right, where you go, I just love my job. I'm having one of those moments. Went a bit mental on so many levels. It went mental with the weekend launch. It went mental with the artwork. So what day is it today? It's Wednesday. I didn't film quite a large portion because it was just so hectic. So first of all, can I just say thank you to everyone that purchased, made an order, and those of you who donated. Alexandra, thank you so much for your donation. You're an absolute beauty. It was just really overwhelming and quite emotional. I had to stop every 5 minutes to cry. I know, I'm ridiculous. But that's partly why I didn't film it either. And even the lady at the post office, because we're a small village, I'm seeing you a lot lately. And I was like, you have no idea, baby girl. I'm a woman of the world. There's just no words. There isn't any words to express my gratitude. Honestly, that I've tried. I've tried to write them down. I've tried to think about them while I'm making a tea. I've tried to think about them while I'm consuming my tea. And there isn't any words. I suppose in the end, all I can do is keep turning up here each week, creating content and other bits and bobs. Also, can I just say, we've had a gallery entry, which I'm sure some of you already know, but Emmy. Emmy had emailed me, hi Emmy, and said that she was inspired by the volcano plant in spring and created her own whilst watching along with the vlog. So I then created the tab for spring and put Emmy's work up. So that's kind of what you can expect. So please send me stuff. Just come on. Don't be shy. Just send it to me. You can even put anonymous. Or if you've got like a weird YouTube handle, then just put that. Thank you so much, Emmy. Your work is amazing, and I hope you don't mind, but I am going to print it out just on a little bit of paper for myself, and I'm gonna, because I'm really inspired by those kind of tree slash foliage shapes. They're quite aggressive, you know, and that juxtaposed with quite a soft pastel colour. It's really interesting. So you've inspired me in quite a big way, because I want to go out and start tree hunting again and foliage hunting. I don't even know what this is about.
Foliage hunting.
Imagine, right? Just take a second to imagine me out and about. You come across me and I'm walking down the path going,
foliage.
Sorry, still really sleep deprived. Did you hear that? That was my belly. Well, I don't know why you stick around. I don't. Don't leave me. We've created something so beautiful. You can't leave now. I will say it'll get better, but I can't make any guarantees. I said that a year ago. It will get better. I remember me saying it. I'll get there. We'll get there together. Go team! I got commission. I don't even know how that happened. But yes, I got commission. Boop, boop. So we'll be following the journey on that. I haven't done one in years. I'll be honest. I had to remember, you know, how to do certain things. Just a little side note, but I will make a bigger video on this because it's a major, major, major thing, right? One thing I always remembered with when people asked you for a commission is do not forget your worth. It might take you an afternoon to paint that picture and they'll be like, well, why am I spending hundreds of pounds on a piece that you've just taken 6 hours to create? 10 years and 6 hours, buddy. Don't forget that. We've spoken about money before. It's not a dirty subject. This will continue to happen and you will listen to me. I came across quite aggressive. Know your worth. Do not be haggled. Do not be talked into making an exception because they are friends with, you know, I don't know, someone. Who gives a crap? Tell them to go away, please. In your politest telephone voice. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. No, thank you. Do that. Website updates. I've had so much feedback. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to get in touch with me about things. Emmy, in fact, our gallery entry, was one of them. Emmy had told me that on mobile phone devices and I think some tablet devices that the images of the pieces aren't actually being expanded properly. That is still the case, and there's no other way of doing it, right? You've got your mobile version of your website and you've got your website version on like a PC or Mac. Any amendments you make on there will then change on the mobile version, and any mobile versions you make will change on that, and neither one of them look nice on the other. So there's just no way, and it's really irritating me. So I'm so sorry that you can't really get the best view of my work on a mobile device. It's a bloody nightmare. Someone else had mentioned about the fact that the sizes that I had put on the website, some people didn't know what those sizes were, and I'm so sorry, I should have known. I felt really embarrassed. I have converted those sizes at the end of every page. So if you click on to say volcano plan, scroll down to the bottom and you'll see all sizes converted. You'll also see an additional size. I know. A6. So that was done by popular demand. A few people had got in touch with me and asked that the A6 minis to be available in all of the prints, and I've done that. All of the prints now come in A6 versions. I know, I'm so good to you. Just wanted to show you some of the weird stuff I've been up to. You're probably gonna think I'm mental. More mental. Okay, so let me just contextualize it. I'm just gonna pop it up here. The idea is to build up the surface and create something amazing. And then these were meant to be swatches essentially. So, and I'm delighted with them. The technique will convert really, really well onto canvas. I also wanted to incorporate it into Abstract Workshop the Rice Workshop. Be a bit more experimental with regards to our mediums. Be a bit more like bold with how we push our mediums. That's the kind of flavour for Workshop. Thrice Workshop. I really love them and I think they just look so delicious. Really, really delish. You just want to take a spoon, don't you, and just start digging in. This is probably my favourite one. That one is defo my favourite. I might frame that one. But this was the idea of incorporating that glitter a bit more into my work. Rock hard. I think they're absolutely stunning. I know they're not for everyone, but I might have them. I might have certainly these two. I might have custom framed. I might work on top of them. So that's what I've been working on. Hello?
Hello.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just going to hang up.
Oh, do you mind if I call you back? I'm just filming my last segment. It's my mother. You got to say hello, Mum.
Hello.
She doesn't know how to use technology. That's where I get it from. Next week, I'm not really sure. I've got like a couple of videos on the go at the same time. I don't know which one's going to hit you first. Anyway, I love you all dearly, as you know. My gratitude, it far exceeds my vocabulary in that words fail me miserably. I'll see you next week. Mwah!